Right, last week we were able to finish the basic theories, all basic theories. People now, now we can do almost all sums in this tutorial. Okay, right. Today we'll start discussion of these questions in the tutorial. Then I think having I think 3 or 4 classes, we can finish not all questions in the tutorial from every different types of questions in this lesson and the basic part I supposed to cover up. People, thereafter we have the second part of the trigonometry. In the second part of the trigonometry, we have another set of theories. Again, we discuss those theories, having a little gap, and then I start. Okay, so then you will find very convenience in understanding the theories of the second part of the trigonometry. Right, people? Yeah. Okay, then today we start the question discussions in the tutorial. People, now when we discuss the questions in this tutorial, all the theories so far we learned under this lesson we will use. Sometimes if you forget theories, people, keep your notebook with you and go through the the theories, and getting the help from that and try to answer. Okay, yeah. And thereafter today I do, after some extent of the questions, and as homework in the middle, the unsolved questions in the tutorial you must try as homework. Okay, then only people you can improve your skill. Otherwise, just doing the questions with me in the class and keeping the book aside, and next week coming to the class, people, nobody will come toward the required position, so that you can get a good pass at the oral examination. That is just sitting the oral examination only. Okay, in order to sit the oral examination, some students, they need people to get the certificate from the school that he or she sat for the A levels. They not expecting to get the good results for the A levels. They need the certificate that they were in the A level class only. People, in order to get that kind of certificate, no need to come pay in the classes like this and wasting time. So therefore, people, our effort is to get a good pass at the end of 2023 year. Okay, so therefore our goal is that, therefore not all the questions I am going to do in the tutorial, people. No point of doing all the questions, but I am going to do some questions. Once you highly follow those questions, people, I am sure that the unsolved questions in the tutorial you can very easily manage. Okay, right. People, now as the first question today, in your tutorial, people, in your tutorial, people, take your tutorial in it, page number 3, question number 4. From that I am going to start the question discussion. Right. Page number 3. I think, people, I have put the tutorial to your group long before I put that as a PDF file. And next month onwards, I supposed to post your tutorial to get the tutorial. People, I need your correct home address. I'll of course, people, give you a time to send me the addresses. So then within that time period, if you can send me that addresses, that is much convenient for me. Right? Not now, don't send them today. I'll give you the time. Next month onwards, I am going to post your tutorial. Okay. Right. So that occasion, people, I am of course sending the tutorial only for the students. They will register. I think you have received some messages regarding the payment of fees and the way we supposed to continue our class in the lesson in the future. Right. Okay. And now, people, after getting the tutorial through mail, I think you can easily manage without having the PDF. You can do that one. Right. People, now we come to the question number 4, page number 3 in your tutorial. Page 3, question 4. Question 4. Right? Okay. People, there we are given if sine theta 3 by 5. People, this kind of question was in the past paper. This kind of question was in the past paper, right? Because of the past paper, this one was, we are not going to do. Some questions actually we do that might come in the future in a paper, okay? So therefore, people try to do all sums in the tutorial, and remember another 2 tutorials you will get under this trigonometry, okay? Right. Right, people, now first one given is there, fourth, question number 4, part 1. Take there you are given sine theta 3 by 5. And people, cos 5 given. Cos 5 is minus 12 by 13. Minus 12 by 13. Where theta and phi both lie in the second quadrant. Theta is an angle, people, which is in the second quadrant. Like this, no? That OP should be where? OP should be here in the second quadrant. This is theta. You know, this is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. You know, here in the first quadrant, all positive, right? Here, only sine positive. This is only tan positive. This is only cos positive. I did this now. All St. Thomas College. All silver toy cars. Right? Now see, people, one by one, we will use, people, the theories we learned so far. Right? Yeah. Now, you can see in the second quadrant, sine is positive. No? When this angle theta is in the second quadrant, sine should be positive. There, see here, of the angle theta, sine theta is now plus 3 by 5. People, now this 5 also in the second quadrant, like this. The second quadrant. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive, no? Cos is negative. See here, we get cos 5 minus 12 by 13. Right? We get. All right. Now, what is asking, people? Right. Find the values of sine theta minus 5, cos theta plus 5, tan theta minus 5. Yeah, very easy. Yeah. People, now we know this. In order to find the first one, simple A, given as sine theta minus 5. All right, people, now this sine theta minus 5 you can think as sine A minus B. Sine A minus B. In that way you can think. So you know sine A minus B formula. What is sine A minus B formula? The third formula we learned under AB formula. Sine A minus B. What is that, people? Sine expansion is coming as sine cos, interchange in sine cos. Then sine A minus B will be sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Understand, right? Then using that, I can expand this, what, people? Sine theta cos phi minus cos theta sine phi. This way you can try that. You can very clearly understand, people, in order to get this one, we have to substitute for this values, no? Cos phi is known, sine theta known, both are given, but cos theta sine phi we don't know. Understand? So then by using that two results, we should find out this cos theta and sine phi. Understand? After knowing that cos theta and sine phi, all right, and substitute them here and simplify the right hand side, you can get the answer of this. Okay, that is our method, people. Okay, right. Then I am going to find out that cos theta sine phi like this, right? Very carefully listen to me. Now see here, this formula we have learned there, we use that. And this plane of quadrant, people, now you have a good idea about the plane of quadrant. Okay, now I am going to find out that cos theta and sine phi this way. People, you know this thing, what? Cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is 1. This also you know. Soon after introducing the basic trigonometry ratios, we learned the 3 formulae. Among them, the very first formula is this. Okay, right. Now what I'm going to do is, people, I am going to subject this cos squared theta. How? Taking the sine square theta to right hand side like this. Okay. Now we know, people, our sine theta is 3 by 5. Sine theta is 3 by 5. So then we'll substitute for sine theta 3 by 5. Sine square theta means sine theta perfect square. No, 3 by 5 perfect square. Right. Okay. Like this. Okay. People, now here I am writing this is cos square theta, right? Now we'll simplify this, people. 1 minus this is 9 divided by 25. Correct, no? Now I can write here 1. Then really, people, here the common denominator is 25, right? And once you take the common denominator as 25, this 1 should be multiplied by 25 minus 9. 25 minus 9 is 16 divided by 25, people, right? So in the left hand side we have cos square theta. Okay, right now we will, right. Now to find out this cos theta, you know, we have to take the square root on the right hand side. Okay, right. Once you take the square root, people, you know, we have to put plus or minus. That is very obvious thing, no? Right? People, now for example, if I consider x squared equals 9, then what is 6? You can very clearly see the way of finding x is, x has 2 answers, no? Plus or minus 3. Why? Once you put for this place plus 3 squared is 9. Minus 3 squared also plus 9, people. So therefore, that is why we say x can have 2 answers like plus 3 and minus 3. Like that, people, when you take here square root to find this cos theta, we have to put plus or minus square root this. Okay. Then we can take the answer of this cos theta like this. Cos theta, it's plus or minus root of 16 is 4, that of 25 is 5. Now, people, there are 2 answers for cos theta. One is by plus 4 by 5, other one is minus 4 by 5. People, what sign we have to select for our cos theta? People, you can very clearly understand this theta here in the second quadrant. For second quadrant angle, in the second quadrant only sign is positive, no? Cos and tan both negative. So therefore, we have select, people, minus sign. So therefore, since theta is in second quadrant, we choose negative sign. Cos theta is, people, minus 4 by 5. All right. Cos theta minus 4 by 5. Then, people, we know cos theta value, right? Therefore, we know cos theta. Cos theta is minus 4 divided by 5. Okay. Now, in the same way, people, we have to find, this is known, this 2 already known, this is known. Now, sine 5 we need to find. Using the same formula, people, find out this, the sine 5, right? Find out the sine 5, right? Hurry up, people. You can take that answer. Right. Secondly, I am going to find sine 5 by using, here I subject sine square theta taken this right hand side, then we get sine square theta, but I need sine 5, then I write instead of theta 5, sine squared 5 equals 1 minus cos squared 5. For cos 5, people, I can put this answer, then I put that here for the cos 5 minus 12 by 13, it's perfect squared, right? And now, people, we can square that, then we can take the common denominator here. Here we have 1, right? So then we can write sine squared 5 like this. Sine squared 5 is equal to 169 coming here minus 144 divided by 169, people. 169 minus 144 is nothing but 25. Then, people, we have to take sine 5 plus or minus 5 by 13. Square root, once you take square root of 25 is 5, that of 169 is 13. People, now in this case, 5 is in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sign is positive, no? Then out of that plus and minus, we have to select plus sign. Okay? Because 5 is in the second quadrant sign is positive. Therefore, sine 5 is 5/13. Five by 13. Okay, now, yeah. And now we have people the required ones. Now we can first find this one. Substituting at the relevant places, and the other two also, B and C also, you can now answer. Right, people. See here, everywhere we use that theories we learned. Okay. Yeah. Okay, people. Then shall I erase this part? Okay, you completed that now. Okay, now I am going to substitute for the right hand side. Sine theta minus 5 is equal to sine theta, here 3/5, cos 5 minus 12/13 minus cos theta minus 4/5 and sine 5/13. Right, people, now you can take here. Yeah, what is the common denominator here? 5 into 13 means people 65, no? It's 65 now. You also that, no? 65, right? Then minus 36 coming here. This minus and minus plus 20 coming here. Right now, okay. Then we get minus 16 divided by 65 as the answer of sine theta minus 5. Right, people? This is the first answer. Okay, all right. Now people take the B and C. Take B and C. Cos theta plus 5 and tan theta plus 5. Right now? Okay. Take that, people. Take people cos theta plus 5. Cos theta plus 5. People, what is the cos theta plus 5? This is like cos A plus B, no? Cos A plus B, people, how to write? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. We said what here in the left hand side, between the angles, the sign, the opposite sign only right hand side available. Then the order of writing cos cos sin sin. Understand? Then we get cos theta cos 5 minus sin theta sin 5. Yeah. People, now substitute for cos theta, it's minus 4/5. Cos 5 is this minus 12/13. Sin theta 3/5. And sin 5 is what? 5/13, no? Right. Okay, here minus minus plus 48 divided by 65. We have to multiply this numerator and denominator. Here minus 15/65. Then here we get 33/65 as the cos theta plus 5, the part B. Right now? Yeah. Right. Next one, people, part C. Tan theta minus 5. Take tan theta minus 5. People, tan theta minus 5, you have to expand by using tan A minus B formula, right? Before going to that, people, shall I take tan theta and tan phi? We know, people, tan theta we can write how, people? Sin theta divided by cos theta. Then tan theta you can write, people, sin theta is this 3 by 5. Cos theta minus 4 by 5. Right? Okay. Then, people, you know the way of cancelling. This 5 and this 5 you can cancel down, no? You know that cancellation. I have actually repeated this 2-3 times. Yeah. Okay, then this 5 and this 5 you can cancel down. Here we have minus and here plus by minus, people, minus, no? Minus 3 by 4. That's true, no, people? Why? Theta is in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, tan should be negative. We got that. Correct, no? Likewise, you can find tan phi. Tan phi is nothing but sin phi divided by cos phi, people. Right. Then tan phi is equal to sin phi is this 5 by 13. 5 by 13. Cos phi is minus 12 by 13. No, here also this 13 and this 13 you can cancel down. Here plus, here minus. Then we get minus 5 by 12. This is a tan phi. Tan phi. Okay. Yeah. Now people come to part C. Tan theta minus 5 asking. Part C asking what, people? Tan theta minus 5. This is like tan A minus B. Tan A minus B. People, what is tan A minus B? It is the formula number 6 under AB formula. Can you remember? Formula number 6. What is tan A minus B? Tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Can you understand that? You can remember, I think. Yeah. Right, people, now. Tan theta minus tan phi divided by 1 plus tan theta tan phi. Right. Tan theta, people. What is tan theta? Tan theta is minus 3 by 4. Tan phi minus 5 by 2. 1 plus tan theta. And tan phi minus 5 by 2. Like this, huh? Now we have to simplify this. Here we get minus minus plus. And here minus minus plus 15 divided by 48. Right. Okay, people. Now, for this numerator, I am going to take 4 and 12. 4 and 12, people, least common multiple is 12. But I am going to take the product of this 4 and 12 as the common denominator. What is the product of 4 and 12? It's 48. Then once you take 4 and 12 product as our common denominator, then people, we can use the cross multiplication like this. 12 and minus 3 minus 36. 4 and 5, 20. Like this. And here we have 1, no? Then we take common denominator as 48. Then this 1 we have multiplied by 48 plus 15. Now this and this we can easily cancel down. Right. Now you can simplify this paper. Minus 36 plus 20 minus 16 divided by here 63. Now this is how we take that answer. People, now in the question number 4, first part we did, Roman 1 we did, 2, 3 parts available. People, the questions are very similar to this, no people? Then do we need to do them again and again the same question? No, people, no. You can manage that now, no? Right? Question number 4, part 1 only we did. Part 2, part 3, and on the other side, people, yeah, part 2, part 3 we have. The part 2, part 3 are very similar. That kind of questions, people, I am not going to do in the class again. I skip them. You must do them as homework. That's what I said. Once I do one question, some similar questions available in the tutorial, you can do them as homework. Understood, people? Right? Yeah. So then, people, question number 4, second, third parts do as homework. Okay. Right. No point of people doing the same thing, no, again and again. Right. Yeah. People will move in to question number 5 on the other side of the tutorial. Question number 5. Right. We'll take question number 5, people. Question number 5. We'll take the first one, people. Question number 5, first one. Right? Yeah. Question number 5, first one. Right here, we are given sine 80 cos 20 minus cos 80 sine 20. We have to prove this is equal to root 3 by 2. People, you know that we found some values of sine cos tan for some angles only. But among those people, we don't have sine 80 value, cos 20 value, cos 80, sine 20, those values not available. And in this case, to get this answer, you are not allowed to use what? That trigonometric tables. Without using trigonometric tables, you can take this answer. Understand, people? All right. So now, in this case, this is how we take that answer. People, can you remember the formula for sine A minus B? Sine A minus B formula, you can remember. What's that, people? Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, no? Yeah. Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Right. Sine cos, cos sine. Similarly, here we have people here sine cos, cos sine. Then you know sine cos, cos sine. This expansion is coming from left hand side now. Since here also this is sine cos, cos sine, this one should be coming starting from like this sine something. Sine, right, within bracket. Here we have in the middle minus sine. Okay. And this angle we have determined. People, this A means the right hand side first angle. Therefore, in this case, A means this 80. Right. Here B means the right hand side second angle. In this case, that means 20. 20 degrees. People, therefore, you can write this expansion. Equal to this. Understand? But what is people, this 80 minus 20? 80 minus 20 is people 60. Now, but you know people now, what is sine 60? We learned last week. What is sine 60? Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Yeah. Then this is root 3 by 2. Okay. Then this one you can write as root 3 by 2. Okay. Therefore, sine 80 cos 20 minus cos 80 sine 20 is equal to root 3 by 2. Okay, people. Any question there? Right. So then people, if you think like that, in question number 5, I think you can take the answers up to second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. People, shall we do the fifth one? Shall we do the fifth one? Right? Fifth one. Take fifth one, people, as the next. They are given cos 130, cos 40 plus sin 130, sin 40 equals 0, people. Right? The same way. Right? Start, people. Cos 130 into cos 40 plus sin 130 into sin 40. We have to prove this is equal to 0. Right? People, now here you have what? It's like here cos cos plus sin sin. People, cos cos plus sin sin. That expansion is coming by what? Just pay your attention on cos A minus B formula, people. Cos A minus B. Cos A minus B. Cos A minus B formula. This is the formula number 4 under AB formula. Cos A minus B formula is what, people? It is cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. Okay. Cos cos plus sin sin, very similar to this. Here, cos cos plus sin sin. Then this should be coming by what, people? Cos. Right? An angle minus another angle. Right? Because similar to the right hand side, cos cos plus sin sin available here. That's the reason. Now, people, this angle and this angle. Right? Come to here. This first angle in the left hand side is the one this. Second angle in the left hand side is this. Then, people, you can write that here. 130 should be the first one. Minus 40 next. People, 130 minus 40 is 90. No? Right. We get cos 90. You know what is cos 90, people? Cos 90 is 0, no? Yeah, 0. This is 0. And therefore, you can write. All right. Cos 130, cos 40 plus sin 130, sin 40 is equal to 0. People, this way we get that one, huh? Right. Okay, now I think you can do the questions up to 8. Now I am going to do question number 9 next as the last one in this part. Okay, then you can understand in the question number 5, all the questions, of course, not necessary do in the class. Now the questions we didn't do in question number 5, you can do as homework. Do them. Really, people, do all questions, right? As homework. You have enough time now. Do all questions, right? By the end of this lesson, people, you will get a good knowledge of the trigonometry, as well as those who perfectly followed the quadratic equation. I am sure, according to my experience, people, once you do another past paper sums, people, you will have a good knowledge regarding what the quadratic equation. So that this 21 paper will be held on November. No, people, soon after the paper, you will definitely do that question. I am sure. I'm sure, people. Right? So like that, we should finish what the lessons, people. Not doing here and there, and doing the same thing again and again, same kind of question again and again to waste time, to keep the students in the class long period. Okay, because no point of doing like that. I'm sure that by the end of this time oral examination, the second part of the trigonometry also, I think I can finish. Then of course you can do 2 questions completely in pure maths paper. One is part B, 11th question, having the quadratic equation and the polynomial function, whole question, part A and part B. That question you can do now, soon after finishing the quadratic equation. And the trigonometry second part also I supposed to finish before November. Then 2 questions in a pure maths paper you will definitely do, I'm sure. I think that sometimes you don't have that confidence, but I am having the confidence that you can do. That is by experience, people, right? Right, I can bring you that place. I can guide, I can push you, I can lift you to that place. Okay, we will now take number 9 in it. Number 9. Take number 9. Take number 9. Number 9, part 9 of question number 5, right? Question number 5, part 9. There you are given this way. Cos pi by 4 minus 6 into cos pi by 4 minus y minus sin pi by 4 minus 6 into sin pi by 4 minus y. People, now here, this pi by 4 is an angle. From that, x subtracted. X also an angle. Then suppose pi by 4 is 45 degrees now. Suppose x is like 15 degrees. It can have any angle. Assume that x is 15 degrees. 45 minus 15 means, people, 30. Then really, after knowing the value of x and simplifying here, we get single angle like 30. Then, people, I can take that whole angle. We know it is single angle. This has A. Okay. Therefore, this also A. We'll take similarly this angle as B. Then, people, what do you have there? It's like now cos A, cos B minus sin A, sin B. Cos, sin. In the middle minus. People, this is coming by what? Cos A plus B. Go to that cos A plus B, our second formula under AB formula, cos A plus B, right? It is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So therefore, here this is nothing but cos A plus B. Right. How to expand this? Cos A cos B, this sign opposite minus sin A sin B. This you have to take. Then, people, substitute for A and B. What is our A? This. What is our B? This. We get like this. Cos A, this pi by 4 minus 6, B pi by 4 minus y. People, pi by 4 means what? 45. Here also 45. 45 plus 45, 90. 90 degrees means in radians pi by 2. Right. Then this is cos pi by 2 by adding this and this. Right. Now here we have minus x and minus y, people. We take the minus sign out. Then we get within bracket x plus y. Understand? Once you take minus sign out, inside the bracket, when you write that corresponding thing, we have to change its sign. People now think like this. X is an angle. Y also an angle. Then once we add that two angles, x and y, people, we get another angle as the answer. That angle as single angle, people. Right? So therefore, this x plus y, I can think as, people, theta. The sum of x and y, suppose theta. Then what do you have really here, people? Cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta. People, what is this answer? First angle is on the y-axis. Then this cos goes to what? Sine, no? Sine. What is the right hand side angle? The second angle. Sine theta. Then what do you get here? Sine. What? Theta means this x plus y, no? X plus y. Yeah. Then that's the one we need to prove. Okay, no? Yeah. Right. Then people in question number 5 do those questions. Fine. Right. People will come to question number 6 in page number 4. 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 Right. You are given there. Prove that numerator we have tan pi by 4 plus 6. Denominator, people, you have tan pi by 4 minus 6. We have to prove this answer is equal to 1 plus tan x divided by 1 minus tan x perfect squared, people. Yeah. Now we do it like this. People will assume this pi by 4 as angle A, this x as angle B. Then what do we have at the numerator? Tan A plus B. What is the expansion of tan A plus B? Tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Understand? That way you can expand. Right. Denominator, people, take this as your A, this as your B. Tan A minus B. What is the expansion of tan A minus B? Under AB formula, sixth one. Tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Right. Expand this and write on the right hand side numerator and denominator respectively. And we'll keep simplifying that. That's all. Right. Start, people. You can do this now. Right. Tan pi by 4 plus tan x. One minus tan pi by 4 tan x. You know? Yeah. And the denominator, people. tan A minus B, right? Tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Tan 5 by 4 plus, sorry, minus tan x, because this sign only we get to the numerator. 1 plus tan 5 by 4 tan x. Okay. People, tan 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is 45 now. Tan 45 is what, people? We learned. Last week we found that. Tan 45 is 1. Right. Substitute for every tan 5 by 4, 1. And keep simplifying this. Keep simplifying. Keep simplifying this. Right. I'll write that here, people. Right. Right. In the left hand side, this is available. Therefore, I am going to put only this equal sign. Right. This way, this is 1 plus tan x. Here, people, tan pi by 4 is 1. 1 into tan x. That's tan x. Then 1 minus tan x. This is line completely above this line. Then I put the bracket like this. Right. Here also, people. 1 tan pi by 4 is sin tan 45 now. 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 is 1. 1 into tan x. 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x. Huh? Right, this is what we get. People, can you remember? We, of course, know a simplification. If we have something like this, A upon B, whole thing we divide by C by D. People, can you remember the way of getting the answer for this? Yeah. These closer ones we multiply. And that product we write below the line. Further ones, we multiply that product we write above the line. Okay, then this is nothing but BC product coming below the line, D and AD coming above the line like this. We'll apply that one here. Then the closer ones are this and this. We should bring this here and multiply with this. 1 minus tan x and this 1 minus tan x. The same thing we have to multiply, no? It's like, people, x multiplied by x. X multiplied by x is, people, x squared. Like that, 1 minus tan x multiplied by 1 minus tan x is what? 1 minus tan x perfect squared. Understand? Yeah. Right. 1 minus tan x perfect squared. And this part we have to multiply. Then 1 plus tan x. This is also 1 plus tan x. 1 plus tan x into 1 plus tan x. Then that is 1 plus tan x perfect squared. Now, people, we learned that in indices. When we have a by b to the power n, how to write this one? A to the power n divided by b to the power n. No. If you have on the left hand side like this, that can be written down like this. Then what is the converse? If you have something like this, n and n the powers, then taking this a and b into a bracket and above the outside of the bracket, we can put only one in. Like that, people. Here power 2, here power 2. Then I can bring this and this into a bracket and this power 2 we can put out. Like this. 1 plus tan x divided by 1 minus tan x. Perfect square. Right, no, that answer. Right. People, in this case, not only the trigonometry, now simplification methods also you will learn. Right. Okay, next one, people. Right. Take question number 7, part 2. Question number 7, part 2. After this. Right. I'll give you 2 minutes. Just try this, people. Question number 7, part 2. Question number 7, part 2. Pi by 4 is tan pi by 4 is 1 because this pi by 4 is 45 in degrees. Tan 45 we learn to be 1, no, people. That's why. Okay, I told you to take this question number 7, part 2, no? Cos 135, people. Cos 135 minus cos 120. Divided by cos 135 plus cos 120. Right. People, cos 135. The angle 135 you can write as in 2 ways. 135 you can obtain like this, no, people? Cos 180 minus 45. When you subtract 45 from 180, 180 minus 45 is, people, 135. Then when you simplify within bracket, this angle coming minus. People, cos 120. Last week we obtained cos 120. What is the cos 120? Minus half. Go through that table. I asked you to prepare a table finally, right? In that, see what is cos 120. I think we found the value of cos 120. Cos 120 is minus half. This minus sign I put here. This is minus half. Right, like this, huh? And this cos 135, people, I can write as again cos 180 minus 45. And plus cos 120. It's, people, minus half. We write like this. Right. You know, people, here we learned cos 180 minus theta. First angle is on x-axis. You know, OXI, that plane of quadrant, x-axis, the horizontal axis, no, 0, 180, 360. 180 is on the x-axis. When the first angle is on the x-axis, people, cos won't change, right? This is coming as cos. The angle theta. But people, you know, this 180 minus theta, second quadrant, no. In the second quadrant, cos is negative, only sine is positive, no. So therefore, since in the left hand side we have cos, this is minus cos theta. People, now if I put for this theta 45 degrees, then to the right hand side also, people, we had put for this theta 45. I put for this theta 45. Theta is an acute angle, no. I put that 45. Then what do you get, people? This is 135. Right hand side, it's minus cos 45. Cos 45 means 1 over root 2. Last week we found cos 45 is, people, 1 over root 2. Then what do you get? For cos 135 minus 1 over root 2. Then this and this you can write that way. Okay, right. So you have to write this at a similar separate place, people, or else here also we can take. Right. You can write this as how? minus cos 45. This minus and this minus make plus half. Here minus cos 45 plus and minus minus like this. Right. Now here cos 45 people, it's minus 1 over root 2, no? Plus 1 half. Here 1 over root 2 minus half. Okay. But people, now this is what I do. Numerator we have 2 terms, denominator we have 2 terms. People, in a fraction, all the terms at the numerator and denominator, when we multiply by the same value, or all the terms at the numerator and denominator, when we divide by the same value, we know the overall fraction won't change. Overall fraction won't change. Then people, this minus sign as well as this root 2 and this 2. A headache, no? Headache. Then what I do is this, people. All these 4 terms, this, I multiply by what? Minus 2 root 2. You might think, how did you decide like that? People, once you do this thing here, you will understand why should we multiply by this, right? Then when you consider here, people, 2 and root 2, what is the common denominator? 2 root 2. That is why I selected 2 root 2. Then why I select minus sign? In order to eliminate this minus sign. This is another kind of simplification. You should learn that meantime here. Then this term, this term, this term, this term. All these 4 terms, people, we multiply by minus 2 root 2. The fraction or a fraction won't change. So then when I multiply this term by this, here minus plus. Okay. Then before this we write, people, 2 root 2, no? 2 root 2, this minus and minus plus, 1 over root 2. Right. Now here minus, here plus. Then minus 2 root 2, 1 over 2. Right. Next one. This and this we multiply. Minus minus plus. 2 root 2, 1 over root 2. This and this, minus minus plus. 2 root 2, 1 half, like this. Right. Now see, people, the simplification. Here, root 2 and this root 2 you can cancel down. 2 and 2 you can cancel down. Root 2 and root 2 you can cancel down. 2 and 2 you can cancel down. Then see what you get. Then see what you get. Right. Okay. Then what do you get here? 2, no? 2 minus root. Divided by here. 2 into 1 is 2 plus root. This is what we get, people. But this is not the answer asking. This is not the answer asking. In the answer, people, we don't have denominator. Denominator in the answer is 1. People, in this kind of situation, to eliminate this denominator having this third, what we do is, people, Here, once you change the middle sign to its opposite, what do you get? 2 plus root 2, no people. Once you change this middle sign to opposite, we get 2 minus root 2. Like this, changing the middle sign to opposite, the one we get like this is called as people conjugate. Conjugate. Okay. For example, if I consider a plus b, changing this sign to minus, what you get is a minus b. This a minus b is called as the conjugate of a plus b. Understand? Conjugate of a plus b. Okay. Now what I do is this numerator and this denominator, both we multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. Both this and this we have to multiply. Why? Otherwise, people, the fraction will change. Right? We are not allowed to change the original fractional value in the question available. Then we are working out really another different question, our own question. Now we are working out from that to not people, that is wrong. So therefore, people, what you do to denominator, same thing we have to do to numerator in order to keep the same fractional answer. Then what I do is I multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Understand? Right. Now write down under this like this. Multiplying both the numerator and denominator by the conjugate by the conjugate of the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator 2 minus root 2. Right, people, 2 minus root 2. Then we'll write that. I write that here. What do you get there, people? 2 minus root 2 divided by 2 plus root 2 is the one here we have. This numerator and this denominator we multiply by this 2 minus root 2. This is what we get. Then you know, people, 2 minus root 2, if we assume this has x, the same x here we have, x into x is people x squared. This is nothing but now 2 minus root 2 perfect squared. Right now, people? 2 minus root 2 into 2 minus root 2. This is like x into x, x squared. I wrote that. People here think, if you take this as a, here also this is c. If you take this root 2 as b, this is b. Then what do we have, people, here? A plus b multiplied by a minus b. People, what is a plus b multiplied by a minus b? This is nothing but a squared minus b squared. Taking the bracket with the minus sign between square, a squared b squared. Then what do you get? Square is 2 squared minus root 2 squared. This is what we get. Right. Okay, people, now this one 2 minus root 2 perfect squared. 2 minus root 2 perfect squared you can simplify if you take this 2 as a, root 2 as b, in the middle we have minus, it's perfect squared. What is the expansion of this? A squared minus 2ab plus b squared. No. Using that 1 squared is what do you get, people? 2 squared, 4. Minus what, people? This into again 2, no? A into b here multiplied by 2. Like that, 2 into root 2 is this AB product. That should again be multiplied by 2. Then what do you get? 2 into root 2. That means AB. That should again be multiplied by 2. Then we get 4 root 2, no? 4 root 2. And next one plus b square. Plus b means this root 2. No, people, when you square root, what happens? Root something when you square, we know this root will eliminate. Okay, that is now 2. Right? So therefore we get plus 2. This is what we get when you expand. Yeah. Then what do you get there, people? 4 minus 4 root 2 plus root 2 divided by 2 squared is 4, people, minus root 2 squared means this root will eliminate, we get only 2. Right now? Now 4 plus 2 is 6, people, minus 4 root 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Now, people, all these terms we can divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 divided by 2 is, people, 2. Then we get what? 3 minus 2 root 2 as the answer. This is how, people, we take that answer. Right. Okay. People, I will take question number 7, part 3. Then the rest questions you can do. Question number 7, part 3. Take question number 7, part 3 as the next. Question number 7, part 3. Page number 4. Right, it's the next question. Start, people. Tan 15 plus cot 15 equals 4. Tan 15 plus cot 15 equals 4. This is what we have to prove. Right. Right. Start, people. I'll give you 2 minutes. Give you 2 minutes. Hurry up. Right, people. Next one. This. Tan 15. I'm going to find, people, tan 15. After finding this tan 15, I can find cot 15. How, people? Tan theta, if you know. Cot theta means 1 over tan theta, no? Right, tan 15 I can write, people, like this. Tan, this 15 can be obtained 45 minus 30. 45 minus 30, 15, no? Then we can simplify this, people, taking this as A and this as B. A minus B, right? People, next month onwards, I'm going to bring you to the class through scheduled class. Scheduled class means you have to first send your email address to me. Then I, of course, register you here. Then from that email only you can join my class, right? So then you have to put your name and everything, and if you don't choose your email, you can't join the class. Now, recent past, people, 22 batch last Sunday, people, because of the inconveniences of all people in the country because of this COVID situation, people, I didn't care about the payment of students and who are the students coming to the class and who are leaving, and I didn't consider anything because of everybody found little inconveniences past few months. People, like that, we, of course, as teachers, I was working in very flexible nature. As a result of that, people, some students, people, last Sunday, I can remember, while we are doing the class, during the class, people, one student is blaming to everybody in the class. Once I come to the computer to check that guy, he, of course, disappeared suddenly. That way, some disturbances are coming. People, now, you know, අපි කොච්චර ළමයි හොඳ වැඩක් කරන්න ගියත් මේ කාලා කන්නේ කියලා කොටසක් ඉන්නවනේ නේද? ඒ අයට ඉතින් ප්‍රශ්න වෙන්නේ ඒ අයගේ ඉතින් ඒ බර්ත් එකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒ අයට ඒගොල්ලෝ හොඳට මේ පේරන්ට්ස්ලා හොඳට හොඳ නරක කියලා දීලා හදලා නැහැ. මොකද අපි මේ හොඳ වැඩක් නේ කරන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි මම ඇත්තටම I gave the chance of for the people because of the inconvenience of paying fees and everything. So therefore, as students, of course, everybody must learn. So I must help at this difficult situation. That's what I thought. මම එහෙමයි හිතුවේ ළමයි ගැන. නමුත් එහෙම දුන්නාම ළමයි කරන්නේ මොකද්ද? පන්තිට ඇවිල්ලා එක එක විකාර නටනවා. සමහර වෙලට ඒ ළමයි එන්නේ අර වෙන කවුරු හරි පන්තියක ගුරුවරයෙක්ගේ යනවා ඇති. අපේ පන්තිට ඉන්න අපි ඩිස්ටර්බ් කරන්න. එහෙම හොඳ නැහැ නේද? එහෙම තමයි මේ රටේ සමහර කොටසක හැටි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගැන මම මේ කියන්නේ. එහෙම අය ඉන්නවා මේ පිළිවෙලට කැමති නෑ ඒගොල්ලෝ. ඒගොල්ලෝ කැමති අපිළිවෙලට. නමුත් මම කැමති නෑ අපිළිවෙලට කැමති කට්ටියට එහෙම යන්න කියන්න. නමුත් පිළිවෙලට බාධා කරන්න එපා කියලා. දැන් ගිය අවුරුදු වලත් එහෙම ළමයි හිටියා. වෙන පන්සලට යන ළමයි ඒ ගුරුවරුන්ගේ එක එක දේවල් කරගන්න මගේ පන්සලේ වල ඩිස්ටර්බ් කරන්න කියලා ගොඩක් කට්ටිය අහුණා එහෙම. ඉතින් මොකද කරන්නේ ඉතින් ළමයි? ඒවට නැචරලි ඒ අයට. ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලෝ අමනාප වෙන්න එපා. මම ලබන මාසෙ ඉඳලා ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ පන්තියට ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ඊමේල් එක හදාගන්න, Gmail account එක හදාගන්න. ඒ Gmail එක මට එවන්න. මම ඔයගොල්ලෝ රෙජිස්ටර් කරලා ඒකට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන වෙලාවක පන්තියට ඒ Gmail එකෙන් එන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි. නැත්නම් මේක බෑ කරන්න. තව ඉස්සරහට අපිට ගොඩක් ඩිස්ටර්බන්සස් එනවා. මම මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ ඇත්තටම මේ chats දෙකම off කරලා තියෙන නිසා. ඒක හරි වදයක් වෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි හොඳ වැඩක් කරනකොට කොහොම තමයි. ඒක සාමාන්‍ය දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. හොඳ වැඩක් කරනකොට මේකට කැමති නැති කොටසක් වෙනම ඉන්නවා. ඒ නැචරලි ඒගොල්ලෝ හදනවා. ඒගොල්ලොන්ට වෙනම තියෙනවා මේ ලයිෆ් එකෙන් පස්සේ යන්න වෙනම තැනක් හෙල් එක කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ කවදාවත් ඉගෙන ගන්නෙත් නෑ ළමයි. ඒගොල්ලෝ පාස් වෙන්නෙත් නෑ ළමයි. හොඳ තැනකට යන්නෙත් නෑ. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ අන්තිමට එන්නේ ඔය 3rd නෙවෙයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට ක්ලාස් එක ගන්න නෑ මේ SIP එකේ. ඉතින් එතෙන්ට ඕගොල්ලෝ දාන්න මම කැමති නෑ ළමයි එක්ක. ඕගොල්ලෝ එන්න මම ෂෙඩියුල් ක්ලාස් එකක් නම් ලබන මාසෙ ඉඳලා ගන්නවා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඊමේල් එක මට එවන්න ඔක්කොමලා මම පන්ති ගන්නවා. right? Everybody must send me your Gmail account and then I register here. Then whenever you need to come to my class, people use that Gmail. And the other thing is, people, once I register you, your past payments also I consider. That is not because of earning money, people. The people, they come to the class by paying. Only the people, they need to continue this class to study. සල්ලි ගෙවලා එන ළමයාට තියෙන උමනාව තමයි ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒ ළමයා තමයි ඉගෙන ගන්න. හරි. ඒතකොට දැන් අපි වැඩි ගෙවන නොගෙනව හිතන් හොයන්න යන්නේ ළමයි මේ වෙලාවේ. ඒතර ළමයි හිතන්නේ මේක නිකන් ඔහේ තියෙන පන්තියක් ඕනෙක නෝට යන්න පුළුවන් ඕනෙක නෝට එන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නෑ ළමයි. අපි හිතුවේ මේ ළමයින්ට ඉගෙන ගන්න chance එකක් දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒතර සමහර ළමයි හිතන්නේ නිකන් මොන හරි දෙයක් ලැබෙනවා නම් ඒක මිස්යූස් කරනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ. එහෙම නිකන් දෙන්නේ නෑ. මේවා වටිනා දේවල්. මේක දෙන්නේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට මොන හරි දෙයක් ගන්න ළමයි. නැත්තම් මට උන නෑනේ ෆ්‍රී සෙමිනාර් කරන්න. නේද? මට උන නෑ ෆ්‍රී සෙමිනාර් කරන්න. මම ඇත්තටම බිගිනර් කෙනෙක් නෙවෙයි මේ ෆීල්ඩ් එකට. ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලන්ට සර්විස් එකක් දෙන්නේ. මමත් මිනිස්සෙක් විදියට මේ ලෝකෙට මොන හරි දෙයක් කරන්න ඕනේ. I must do something for the nature people. Nature means you. So my purpose is that. But in that case, people, some unnecessary guys are coming here and disturbing us means people really pointless. Really pointless. But they will be punished by the nature. ළමයි ඔය කොච්චර කිව්ව වුණත් මේ natural law එකට එහා කාටවත් යන්න බෑ. අපි කොයි දේ කරා වුණත් අපිට mentally අපි mind එකට agree වෙලා කරනවා නම් ඒක තමයි මේකට යන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා මේක කරන්න කියන අනිත් අයට disturb වෙනවා, එයාට hurt වෙනවා. එයා දැන කරනකොට එයාට ළමයි ඒක naturally එනවා. ඒ නිසා disturb කරන කට disturb කරපු දෙයක්. නමුත් ඒ කට්ටිය අපි අයින් කරනවා. මොකද ඕගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. So therefore people, next month onwards I implement that one. Don't worry. You have the chance. If somebody among you people tell me, if you are unable to pay, please tell me personally. I am not going to tell your situation with other. I am not going to disclose that one. කාට හරි පේවා ගන්න බැරි නම් මට කියන්න ළමයි. message එකක් දාන්න නැත්නම් මට call එකක් දෙන්න. right? අපි යාට chance එකක් දෙනවා. නැතුව මේ එක එක යන තීරුමක් නැතුව හිට යන ළමයින්ට අපි පන්තියට ඇවිල්ලා disturb කරනවා මම කැමති නෑ. මොකද මේක පන්තියක් ළමයි. right? ඒ නිසා ඕගොල්ලෝ මට අද මම ඕගොල්ලන්ට දාන්නම් අපේ classes කීපයක් තියෙනවා. ඕගොල්ලෝ දාන්නම් මම time එකක්. ඒ time එකේදී ඕගොල්ලෝගේ Gmail ටික මට එවන්න. ඒ Gmail එක මම register කරපුවම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ලැබෙනවා. You will receive an email message, people. Right? In that email message, you are asked to activate your Zoom account. You activate that one. Understand? So then only you can join my classes through that email. And whenever you need to join my class, people, you have to always use that given Gmail. And even in getting the recording also, people, you have to use that Gmail. Right? So then you will get the recording also to your Gmail. So then once somebody go through your Gmail only can watch the recording. Then don't give your Gmail and your password to any other guy. Right? Okay? Yeah, that will we do, people, for the convenience of the future. හරිද ළමයි? අපි එහෙම කරගෙන යමු. අපි මේ කරන්න යන්නේ මේ ඕගොල්ලෝ ටිකක් මේ ළමයි ටික තියාගෙන සල්ලි ටිකක් එකතු කරගෙන අන්තිමට ඕගොල්ලන්ට මොකවත් නොදී යන පන්තියක් නෙමෙයි ළමයි මේක. ඕන තරම් එහෙම පන්ති තියෙනවා. හරි ගොඩක් ළමයි එතන තමයි ඉස්සරම යන්නේ. තව මාස 3-4ක් යනකොට තේරෙයි මේ පන්ති වෙලයි මේ පන්තියේ වෙනස. එතකොට අපේ පන්තිවල ළමයි එයි මම ආවට මෙහෙම ළමයි ගන්න නෑ ළමයි. නිසා ඕගොල්ලෝ මුලින්ම ආපු ළමයි ටික හරියට කරගෙන යන්න. කොහොමදත් අන්තිමට විභාගය යන්න අපි පන්තියෙන් ගොඩක් ළමයි ඔය එහෙම රවුම් ගැහුවට. Right. So then people, somebody if join the class, come through your own name. Your parents given you a good suitable name to you. Don't choose unnecessary name people. Why අපි එහෙම ඕනෙත් නම් දාගන්න ළමයි. ඕනේ නැහැ. අපිට අම්මා තාත්තා දෙවියන් තියෙන ගැලපෙන නම. ඒක දාන්න ඉන්න. ඒක දාන්න ලැජ්ජ වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ කවුරුත්. Okay, right? Right people, now here I am going to expand this tan a minus b. People, what is tan a minus b formula? Tan a minus tan b divided by 1 plus tan a tan b. Right? Yeah. Tan 45 minus tan 30 divided by 1 plus tan 45 tan 30. Right. Okay. Yeah. People, you know tan 45. Tan 45 is 1, right? Yeah, tan 45 is 1. Minus. What is tan 30? It's 1 over root 3. Right? 1 plus tan 45. 1 into tan 31 over root. Okay? Yeah. People, 1 multiplied by something is the same thing, because when you multiply something by 1, it won't change. It won't change. Okay? Yeah. Now we get this one, people, right? 1 minus 1 over root 3 divided by 1 plus 1 over root 3. People, what is the best way of simplifying this next? Right? We multiply these two terms as well as these two terms as the denominator by root 3. Then what happens? This root 3 we can cancel down. Right? So therefore, this we multiply by root 3. This. All four we multiply by root 3. Okay? Then what do you get? 1 into root 3 is root 3 minus. People, when you write root 3 before this 1, that root 3 and this root 3 we can cancel down. We get 1. Right. Here, when you multiply this 1 by root 3, we get root 3. Plus. When you multiply this by root 3, writing this root 3 before this one, root 3 and root 3 we can cancel down, we get 1. Right. Then people, again, we got what? Something like this tan 15. People, now can somebody tell me how to simplify this, eliminating these surds at the denominator? Yeah, now again we multiply both the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Earlier, one question was asking a student, do we need to write like that always? No, people, no need to write. I wrote that one because of the first occasion we used that one. Then we'll multiply this numerator and denominator by the conjugate. Conjugate means, people, change this sign to minus. Okay, right? Yeah, then what do you get? Root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1, no, people? Then this conjugate means change the sign to opposite. Root 3 minus 1. And people, this one also root 3 minus 1. Right. Okay. Now see what we have here. If you take this root 3 minus 1 as to x into x we have, it is x squared, no? So therefore, this is what? Root 3 minus 1 perfect square. Root 3 minus 1 perfect square. People, what is this? A plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is a squared minus b squared. So we start from here. We square these, people. When you square this, what happens? The root sign will eliminate. We get 3 minus 1 squared. 1 squared is, people, what? 1. Right. Now, people will expand this. A minus B squared. What is the expansion of A minus B squared? Huh? A squared minus 2AB plus B squared, right? A squared means root 3 perfect square. Whenever we square root sign, people, that will eliminate. Then given only the value within the root sign, it's 3. Minus, multiply this and this, and again by 2. Root 3 into 1 is root 3, multiply by 2, 2 root 3. And plus 1 square is 1. People, now this is 3 minus 1 is 2. Right now? Yeah. 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 2 root 3 by 2. Right. People, now we have what? Divide this 4 by 2, divide this 2 root 3 by 2, then what do we get here? 2 minus root 3. This is, people, tan 15. Tan 15, right? Yeah. Now we have tan 15. Now, not only that, people, we have to find the cot 15 also. Cot 15 also, right? Yeah, for tan 15. Two minus root 3. 2 minus root 3. Tan 15 is 2 minus root 3. Right. Right. Here now cot 15 we need to find, because tan 15 plus cot 15 is the asking answer, right? Yeah. What is cot 15? How to write, people, cot? How to write, people, cot? Cot theta is written down how? Cot theta is 1 over tan theta, right? Then what is cot 15? When you put for this theta 15, it is nothing but 1 over tan 15, no? 1 over tan 15. Right. People, tan 15 just now we found. Then we'll substitute that we are here. One over tan 15 is 2 minus root 3. Now here, in order to get answer of cot 15, people, again shall we multiply the right hand side, this numerator and denominator, by the conjugate of the denominator. Conjugate of the denominator. What is that? 2 plus root 3. This numerator and this denominator, both we multiply by 2 plus root 3. Okay. 2 plus root 3. 1 into this means the same. 2 minus root 3. 2 plus root 3. Right. Now what do you get there? This is like A minus B into A plus B. Okay. A minus B into A plus B mean, people, A squared minus B squared. That means square of this minus square of this. Once you square this, people, right, the root will eliminate. Right. The root will eliminate. Two plus root 3 divided by, people, 2 squared 4 minus root 2 squared is 3. 2 plus root 3, 4 minus 3 is 1. This is nothing but, people, 2 plus root 3. Right. Okay, no? Right. Now, okay, both tan 15 and cot 15 we found. Right. Cot 15 is, people, is 2 plus root 3. Right. Now let's see how to take this answer. Now who can very easily take this answer, no? Yeah. Therefore, tan 15 plus cot 15 is, all right, tan 15 is 2 minus root 3. Cot 15 is, people, 2 plus root 3. You know, this minus root 3 plus root 3 can cancel down. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, that we got. So then people, question number 7, part 1, I think very easily you can do, right? Okay. As I told you, if I do 2-3 questions from one part, the rest parts you can very easily do, people, right? Yeah, that is why I'm not going to discuss all the questions, but people, you must do this as homework, right? Yeah, people, now question number 8, part 1, part 2, you can do. Shall we start part 3, people? Question number 8, part 3 is the next. Question number 8, part 3. Okay, people, sometimes you might see these questions are too easier, but you must do this, people. My purpose is how to apply the trigonometric results so far we learned and the simplification. You get a simplification skill, improved skill once we come to the end of this lesson. Understand, people? Therefore, you must do these questions, right? So sometimes you might feel these questions are very easy, people, but you must do. Once you get the experience by doing this question, only, people, you can go for the complicated questions. Then only your mind will have formed according to the requirement. Otherwise, people, once I do very big questions, everybody will leave the class. First occasion, second occasion, everybody will leave maths. People, there are some classes they can do so that you won't get any trouble to your mind. Why? Because they give the question very simple sum, they work out the question, and they write everything on the board. Only to write the thing on the board is your duty in the class. People, that way you can't improve your skill. One day when you come to my physical classes, people, I am not, of course, satisfaction with this my online classes, because I can't check even your work, right? So then once I start the physical class, people, I can come to your place and I check your book. Usually I do this, but at the moment, unfortunately, we don't have that one. Then, people, rapidly we can improve your skills. So therefore, soon after starting the physical class, we'll come to that one and we'll do work together. Till then, people, anyhow, in order to get rid of these issues, we'll do your motivation, your necessity is very important in giving a good results, people, right? Okay. And the other thing, people, according to my experience, and if you get this one from your brothers and sisters, they already did their worst coming to my classes. If you work coming to my class, only my class, people, if you work properly, that is good enough. No need to go to 4 or 5 classes for maths. Right, people? Confusing everything. Do properly the work in my class only, that's very much enough. Right? So earlier, people, according to my previous experiences, some students, of course, going to 3-4 classes, maths classes. Once such student come to my class, stopping all those classes, he stay in my class and do till the end of the examination. So therefore, work, select only one class. If somebody here find that this class is not good for me, please don't come to the class. Find out some other classes and go and do. Because the thing, you should satisfy with the thing, but people, be careful. You can be satisfied by many ways. The teachers, right? Some teachers, they do some jokes. They give entertainments. For this, some students going. The student forgotten what is the purpose I am going to this class. They sometimes go for the what, people? Entertainment. Okay. Those purpose, people, never give you good results. But people, in one point of view, you must be happy. Why? People, as a percentage, nearly 3% of the student will be eligible to enter the university. No, that 97 is outside. No, those 97 only, people, outside there we have. So that is, in one point of view, good. No, people, because the competition is very less. No, in that case. So therefore, those classes available, but there are some category, some students are there among us, right? They must go to that classes because they are not going to university, or they are not going for higher studies in the future. Right? That kind of 97% available now, people. Then the 3% come to the classes really working. Right? Okay. So therefore, some of the student masters, they try to catch that majority 97%. Because for that, students, people, no need to work much in the class. Just doing that on the board, they will copy down that one, and that's enough. That students also like that. They need to enter the university or go to higher studies. But people, because of the nature, their nature and their master nature people, they again going to the hell. You know, people at the beginning, everybody in the grade 1 people, you couldn't write 1 no people, 1 2 3, you couldn't write no. Within 10 years, see your improvement. Like that, people, even though at the moment you are a little bit weak people, when you work with a good teacher, you can improve your skill and you can go to 3A passes. But people, if you go to such classes, people, no such improvement coming. That is why I told they are going to hell finally. That kind of class also available, people. So therefore, when you select a class, people, be very careful. You are very wiseful people, right? Intelligent people. See, by comparing, my target is this. By this way, can I achieve my target? Right, people? So that is how we find a good class. So therefore, if somebody feels this class is not good class, people, anytime anybody can go out. If there is only one student in the class, I do this class till 2023 A-level examination, because I need such students getting good results, working well, right? According to your potential, you must get. People, everybody can't go to A pass, but if you have at the level S, you can bring that S pass to a B pass, right? If somebody is B pass, I can bring him A pass. So that is the duty of a master teacher. Okay. And the other thing is, in your point of view, people, your parents and everybody, right, look after you to give you a good position. That is why giving this, dear child, pay this 3,000 rupees to your sir and ask him to teach you. Having that kind of feeling, only people, that fees is given to me through you. People, in that case, if I do against to that feeling, people, nice question coming, no? Who is this guy? So I'm not going to do like that, people. I must do what I can do at my best. So therefore, you have to support for this. Actually, most of you are okay, people. I'm not talking about you. Not some students are like that, people. They are not working well and cheating and that and this, everything, anything we have. Right? Anyway, people, don't, of course, collapse your future feelings, future expectations. You can go a good journey with me, right? You can come to good results when you follow the class properly. Okay, right. People, now will come to the question number 8, part 9. Question number 8, part 9. Question number 8, part 9. Sorry, question number 8, part 3, people. Not part 9. I saw that one is the next question. Question number 8, page number 5. Page 5. Tan 69 plus tan 66. All right. 1 minus tan 69 into tan 66. Right. This answer asking to prove as -1, people. -1. Yeah. Now here, you can take this angle 69 as A. Then here also we have A. People, this is when you take as B. Here also we have B. Then see, what is this, people? This is like tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A, tan B. People, you know tan A plus B formula. It is tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A, tan B. People, now the right hand side, when you compare, similar to the right hand side, similar expression available here. Then, since this right hand side is equal to this, since similar right hand side available here, I can write this one as tan. And between the two angles, we have a plus sign. Let's see what are the two angles. This A mean people, really this first angle on the right hand side here. This B mean people, really the right hand side. Second angle. Yeah. So then I can write here first angle 69 and 66. 69 plus 66. What's that, people? 135. 135. Correct, no? Yeah. 10, 135. People, this 135 angle I can write as 180 minus what, people? 45, no? 180 minus 45, this 135 coming. People tell me what is tan 180 minus 45? First angle is on the x-axis. Then this does this change? No. Tan coming. Tan what, people? Second angle. But where is this 180 minus 45 angle? People, in the second quadrant. Second quadrant tan is negative. We get minus. Okay. And then tan 45 we know 1. Then we get minus 1. This is how we take that answer. Right. Right, people. That's how we take this answer, right? Right. Now, as the next question, people will come to question number 9. Page number 5, question number 9. Question number 9. Page 5. Page 5. Right. Again, people, try. I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes. Try, people, this. Yeah, we can do it like this. The thing given here, people, like this, no? Number 9, no? Right, it is this, no? Yeah, it's a cos 9 plus sin 9, right? Divided by cos 9 minus sin 9, no, people? This is what we are given, right? Okay. For this one only, we have to prove this is equal to tan 54, right? Yeah. Now, people, this is really a fraction. Numerator 2 terms, denominator 2 terms we have. You know, in a fraction, all the terms at the numerator and denominator, we can divide by any value we like. The fractional answer won't change. The fraction won't change. Using that fact, people, what I do is I divide this 2 and this 2 by cos 9. By cos 9, I am going to divide both numerator 2 terms and denominator 2 terms, right? So then what I get is, people, this, no? Cos 9 divided by cos 9 plus sin 9 divided by cos 9. Cos 9 divided by cos 9 minus sin 9 divided by cos 9. I think you agree with me. Okay, right. Cos 9 and cos 9 you can cancel down. We get 1 plus sin 9 by cos 9 is tan 9 divided by cos 9 by cos 9 is 1 minus sin 9 by cos 9 is tan 9. Right. Up to you, I think you can very easily understand. Right. People, here we have 1, no? This 1. I replace this 1 by another term whose value is 1. Right? You know, here, say 10, you can write 11 minus 1, no? Then at the place of 10, though we write 11 minus 1, 1 change the value of 10. Because the 1 minus 1 also 10. Like that, For this one, I write tan 45. Tan 45 I am writing, people. Tan 45 is 1, no? Then this is coming. Plus tan 9. Right. Divided by 1. I write this one as the same. Because this time we have to be a little bit cunning. Why? We should go for the answer, people. Go to the answer. In such a way that we have to arrange everything. But saying that, people, we are not going to do illegal things. Illegal things means, people, mathematical operations we are not going to use wrongly. Right? I haven't used anything wrong up to now. Right? This one I wrote as tan 45, but this one I am writing as 1 without writing tan 45. No objection, no? Right. People, but you know here, tan 9. People, when you have 2 times tan 9, what is really the meaning of this? This is like 2x, no? 2x means, people, x plus x, no? Then 2 tan 9 is nothing but tan 9 plus tan 9, no? Tan 9 plus tan 9, no? But here we have tan 9, no? What do you mean by this tan 9? Tan 9 mean, people, when we have tan 9, it is really 1 times tan 9, no? 1 times tan 9. You know, people, now when we write x here, really this is 1x, no? Like that. When you write sine squared x, people, what is its coefficient? 1 times sine squared x, no? Its meaning. Like that, people. Here this tan 9 means 1 into tan 9. Right? This is nothing but 1 into tan 9. Which one? This. Tan 9 means 1 into tan 9. 1 into tan 9. People, here this one I am going to write as tan 45 again. Why? Tan 45 is 1. Right. This is tan 45. Right. Tan 45. Any objection up to here? Any objection, people? No. No objection, people. Yeah. Should be no. Why? There should not be any objection because I didn't do anything which is wrong according to the mathematical simplifications. Right? Now you have answer, people. Yeah, now you have answer. People, really, now see here. This one, if you take as A, this one as B, people, the same 45 here we have. This is A, this is B. What do you have there? Tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. This thing come here. Understand? Right? Then how to write this one? This one you can write tan. Right? Plus sign should come in the middle. This angle plus this angle, no? 49, 45 plus 9. 45 angle degree plus 9 degree means 54. Right? Tan 54. This is how we take an answer. Starting from the right hand side, tan 54 is equal to sine 54 divided by cos 54. Right? And again, 54 writing 45 plus 9 and so on, simplifying also you can take the answer. People, never mind. That's correct. One student asked like that. Starting from right hand side, it is talk. Yeah, correct, people. That is correct. Right, people. Now you can do. Now you can do all the sums, right? In the tutorial, try all the sums. Right. Today, people, I stopped the class a little bit early like this at this time. Most of the students, of course, unable to join because of this bad weather, I think. Right. Now nearly 10 students, of course, dropped the class. Yeah, people, now do the questions. All the questions in the tutorial, right? Right? You have enough theories. Do all the questions tutorial. Another tutorial is to come. I'll give that one soon after finishing this one. Okay, people, any question today?